Peter Schmeichel has claimed Mikel Arteta's control freak methods could be making Arsenal worse. The Gunners are seeing out the final few games of what has been another trophyless season under the Spanish coach. The former midfielder lifted the FA Cup during his debut campaign, but has failed to claim any more silverware since. To Arteta's credit, they have been close on occasion. Arsenal have pushed both Liverpool and Manchester City over recent seasons, while they reached the Champions League semi-finals this term. But former Manchester United goalkeeper Schmeichel reckons Arteta's methods could actually be doing more damage than good. Speaking on Viaplay, he said, "It's all on Arteta, all. What I'm saying is he was employed as head coach. He inherited the team, and that team is the only team that he has won a trophy with. Then it's his own team, and then in the process, he's now changed the job description, so he's now the manager. Everything is on him. It's not recruitment, it's not the board. Whenever they fans get the opportunity today, watch him in the technical area. Arteta is a control freak. He wants his players to play the ball that he wants. He's directing everything. You look across to Arne Slot, who's so calm. He's instructed his players in training, instructed the players in the team talk. Arteta is still playing the game for the players, and that would confuse the hell out of me as a football player, that you had a coach that wants to direct me for everything I do. It would confuse me and make me a worse player." Schmeichel is not the only one who has commented on Arteta's position. Ex-Liverpool star Jamie Carragher has noticed a change in demeanor from the Arsenal boss, believing he is now potentially looking for excuses behind the club's failure to win a trophy. He's driving high standards, but what really stood out in the interview and in the last couple of weeks in his press conferences is that he's getting emotional, and at times he's sounding a little bit like a fan, not the manager. He was really strong on how many players they've had sent off this season. He's putting his hands up, saying 6. I think he's convinced inside that they have been victims in some ways, with the sendings off and injuries they have had. I think deep down he thinks they could have won the league without this and that. There's no doubt they would be a lot closer, but the sendings off are down to you. They weren't all sendings off, but that can happen in a season. The injuries have hit them this season, but they also played for them last season. What they have done in terms of competing Man City in the last 2 seasons is fantastic, but a lot of that was down to having the same 8 or 9 players, week in, week out, and him never rotating. Arsenal saw their European dream come to a painful end on Wednesday night, losing their last chance of finishing this season with a trophy. The Gunners haven't got their hands on any silverware since lifting the FA Cup in 2020. But Gary Neville has used the opportunity to praise the trust in Mikel Arteta, despite the trophy drought. Arteta has led his team to successive second-place finishes in the league, and Arsenal are in pole position to finish as runners-up for a 3rd straight season. Manchester City's dropped points on Saturday against the London side will end the weekend in 2nd place, behind champions Liverpool. I think it's a great achievement to not win a trophy in 5 years and still be the manager of a top club that isn't under pressure from us, from anybody in the football community, or even the Arsenal fan base. Neville said on Sky Sports, "So I think that's an incredible achievement, because we thought those days were gone where you could basically have this kind of patience afforded to you." When asked by fellow pundit Jamie Carragher whether he thought Arteta should be under pressure, Neville was unsure. "No, I think it's a good thing that for 5 years to not win a trophy. Ordinarily, there would be a manager under pressure because that's significant in the sense that there is progression." However, the former Manchester United captain did restate his belief that Arsenal left themselves too short, especially in attack. Their European exit at the hands of Paris Saint-Germain came with Mikel Merino deputizing as a number 9, with Kai Havertz and Gabriel Jesus sidelined, and Neville insisted reinforcements are needed. I'm glad that on Friday in his press conference, Arteta said they'd gone backwards in the Premier League. Neville continued. They tickled our backs a little bit for the last month with the Champions League, and it sort of took the heat off them a little bit in how bad they've been in the league, being 13, 14 points from Liverpool, 13, 14 points from where they were last season and the season before.